I'm Paul Perkins with the check of your ag weather. After highs this afternoon, mostly in the mid to upper 60s, even some 70s over southwest Nebraska and northwest Kansas. We'll see lows tonight drop into the upper 20s to around 30 from North Platte into the Sandhills. High pressure building in from the northeast, cooling our highs into the mid-50s to the low 60s tomorrow. The first hard freeze in central and eastern areas is tomorrow night when lows hit the upper 20s. Highs warm from the 60s to the low 70s on Wednesday to mostly the mid-70s to around 80 for Thursday and Friday. Even some low and mid-80s over southwest Nebraska and northwest Kansas on Thursday. The approach of low pressure results in south winds gusting into the 30s for Thursday and Friday and increased fire weather concerns. As the Pacific cold front tracks to the east, rain and thunderstorm chances finally start to return to the forecast Friday afternoon through Saturday night. Those highest chances on Friday night. Behind the front, highs for the weekend mostly in the 60s. Despite that cold front's passage, the long-term forecast is still mild. Warmer than normal temperatures are predicted this weekend through October 27th in Nebraska and Kansas, along with the central and eastern U.S. Nebraska and Kansas rainfall likely to be near normal to slightly above normal this weekend through October 27th. Key weather factors impacting the markets include a push of cold air through the U.S., the forecast staying mostly dry in the short term, and South America weather returning to normal. Mostly dry weather is expected to continue over the U.S. through midweek as a large and dominant area of high pressure builds into the nation's heartland. Unsettled weather occurs on the edges, which includes the northwest, Great Lakes, and northeast. The strong high pressure ushers in colder air into much of the central and eastern U.S. through the midweek as highs only reach the 50s and 60s. Lows also dip into the 30s and some 20s, creating the potential for some places to see their first frost or freeze. Warmer air in the central U.S. this weekend expands eastward early next week. That keeps the overall temperatures above normal in most areas. Continued rain in western areas of the southern plains this weekend moves northeast and through the upper Midwest early next week. In central Brazil, late arriving wet season rains are likely to continue through the usual season. Late soybean planting in central Brazil could delay the planting of second crop corn early next year and expose it to the dry season. Southern Brazil continues to see timely rains for corn and soybean planting, along with wheat that's in the filling stage. Towards Argentina, late arriving and occasional rain continues through Thursday, bringing needed rain for corn planting and drought-stricken wheat. If rains in Argentina, though, don't become more widespread or heavy, there could be issues with soybean planting that starts up next month. With your check of ag weather, I'm Paul Perkins.